guys, welcome back for another video. Today I've got the brand new Fodsports FS90 helmet. Hopefully it fits. I have not tried it on yet. Now you might know Fodsports from some of their comm system that I've reviewed in the past, and they are branching into helmet design. So we've got some pretty cool features. We're gonna go through them here real quick, and I'm not sure what this is yet. It's a head cover. And integrated into the storage bag, they do have a zippered pouch here for optional accessories like your visors. Got the helmet itself and instruction manuals. You might be wondering why there's a power cord. Well, that's because this has a battery in it with an integrated rear light with multi-mode function. We are DOT certified, and it comes in a variety of different colors and patterns. This is the gloss black. Comes in extra small all the way through double XL. And if you're a new rider, let me give you a tip that hopefully saves you at least some time, if not money. If at all possible, find a local store to try things on. Not just for size, but overall fitment, because different brands and different models in brands fit different head sizes differently. You could have something that fits great around the crown, but be way too tight at the jawline or way too tight in the temples. Sometimes different models will have different size padding that you can exchange out or buy different sizes and exchange out, but not always. So sometimes you're just stuck with the way it fits, and the shell sizes will be the only thing that change. But every brand and model is different. So if you do order direct over the internet, take advantage of whatever sizings chart they have to get it as close as you can, but just know that it may still not be 100% correct for you, and you may have to try different models to find your best helmet. But in this case, it's Amazon. Exchanges are very simple. Take off this beauty cover. Nice. I love the red pads on the inside. So we do have multiple vents. Got this one up top. This is closed. Flipping it back just pushes these two little sockets here open a little bit. And then down at the bottom, we have a chin vent as well. And it's got some nice looking steel mesh on the underside. I actually really appreciate that. I had a dragonfly get sucked into mine at speed, and the dang thing died somewhere in the track, in the vent itself. Oh man, did that stink, and that was tough getting out. If I had this screen here, that would have been prevented. I've never seen this kind of lock here for the visor. It's kind of a pinch and then flip up. That works. It's easy to grab to pull down. So we do have pin locks on this visor as well. So if you want to install fog shields, or if there's a photochromatic available, I run that right now on my main helmet, you can do so. Flips up completely out of the way. We've got a nice rubber gasket here. It actually reminds me a lot of Shoei. It feels lighter though. Some of the plastic feels a little more flexible, especially in these things here, but overall design, heft, and some of the details, like the way this is designed here with these integrated vents in the foam, very Shoei-like. Now this does have another trick up its sleeve. We have an internal visor. Let's see if I can figure out how to flip it here. Ta-da! Look at that. Pretty cool. Is that a protective screen as well? It is. There we go. Now you can be a fighter pilot. Got this lever on the side that actuates that. Push it forward to retract, push the button and slide back to flip down. And again, very Shoei-like mechanism here. We've got this spring connect here, and then the visor simply snaps out of its socket. The interior one comes off similarly. Once you take this off, it's the same mechanism to pop the inner one out, should you choose to put in a different one. All of the padding is removable. Now I didn't see on there they had different sizes, but it's extremely easy to pop out to wash and change. And then here is our USB connection for recharging the battery for the light. And we do have the modern style quick connect here. It's a ratcheting connection, so it's very easy to pop in or out. You just pull the strap and it completely detaches. You can even do it with one hand. But more importantly, to put them together, no more having to fight with a D-ring. You just snap it in until it's tight. And it does have this chin curtain here. I don't actually need these, so I'm slipping this out. They just kind of get in my way, especially since I run mics and stuff up here. All depends on your head shape if that's going to bother you or not. So to actuate the light, to put it in its different modes, your button is right here, right on your chin. So you just reach under with your finger and tap your button right there. So while it's charging, shows the indicator here at the charge level. It is totally dead. If we tap the button once, it'll turn on, and then you can tap 4 more times to go through the different modes. On, solid, flashing, slower flashing, a slow breathing, and then you hold the button here to turn it off. So that, of course, is completely optional. If you don't want to use it, you just don't do anything with it. So after putting some seat time on it, I'm going to give you my thoughts, starting with how easy it is to put on. Fits, again, very much like my Shoei. I have an RF1200 that's my main helmet. Extremely similar fit. I have no hot spots. It is comfortable to put on your strap. It takes a little bit to figure out exactly where it goes in because it's at an angle. But once you figure it out and you've got your actual slack here set for yourself, easy peasy. And I really enjoy how easy it is to take off. One little pull, and that's it. The visor is very easy to open and close. Hopefully you can hear me. Now it's just personal preference, but I actually prefer the little tabs to open a visor on the side rather than the front, but it works just fine. So there's no complaints with the way it functions. Again, personal preference. You may totally prefer the center and you think I'm crazy for liking it over here. Now I've got an HJC helmet that also has an inner visor, and they put their control up on top. I never liked that, either for opening or closing. This is integrated into the side of the helmet. So much better because everything should be easy to get to without doing this while you're riding. Easy peasy. Now, if you use this, you do have to get it just in the right position because there is such a narrow opening here for your nose, and my nose touches the inner visor, or it's going to touch this bottom little wind curtain. So it takes just getting it to sit on your face just right, or you end up having to open the inner visor just a hair. Now this is not on a spring, it is just a tension pull here on the side, so you can put this in any position and it stays there. But all the way down, if you got a big nose, mine's pretty average, it's probably going to be touching this. And the other nice thing about it not being spring-loaded is it goes back up super easily just with one finger. There's just a right amount of tension there on the mechanism, so they did a really good job with that. Now, I didn't see on the product page, but hopefully they have it or will have it soon, different size cheek pads. I'm a lot thinner than I used to be, and the pads that are in here fit very well. But these are akin to the largest size that Shoei has. When I was much bigger, I had to put in the smaller size in order to get it to fit my cheeks very well, or literally I couldn't close my mouth. But this fits absolutely perfectly. I've got just the right amount of tension and squish. The other really cool thing about this, not only does it come off easily, but they not only put in cutouts for your comm system speakers, they're oversized. They're 45 mil, some of the very few models that include over 40 mil. And that's important if you're doing some of the really recent systems that are using bigger speakers. You're all set for it. Overall, very impressive. And I don't even have to say for the money. This is a very inexpensive helmet. I'm talking a quarter or a third of the major brands out there, and absolutely blows the doors off all the no-name brands that you find out there in the $100 range. This is way closer to the big name brands. That really surprised me. Very nice unit. Anyway, hope this helps. Check it out. If you're in need of a helmet, this has a lot of great features at an exceptional price point. See you next time.